This is a routine that you can do straight from your bed before your feet even hit the ground within the first few moments of consciousness as you're waking up. It's a great way to get connected and centered with your body, which brings you directly to your present experience. This is a great way to kind of stay out of your head for maybe a couple extra minutes before you start your day. Also, an excellent way to prime the body, getting geared up for movement for the rest of your day. We will stretch from the toes to the top of your head. This can take anywhere from a minute to 5 minutes to 10 to 15. You get the point. You can do it for as long or as short as you'd like. Still an excellent way to engage that centeredness and start your day off on the right foot, so to speak. So you can begin by taking a deep breath in and stretching each individual toe, trying to separate each toe. And then scrunching the toes forward, almost like you're making a fist with your foot. Inhale, separating your toes. Exhale, scrunching your toes down. Then maybe moving towards drawing your toes back towards your shins, stretching the bottoms of your feet, and then pointing your toes forward, stretching the tops of your feet. Also priming your ankles for some movement, spending a little bit of time and attention on the feet, which do so much work for you throughout your day. And then maybe moving your ankles in one direction, drawing these circles with your feet, maybe opening the toes up as you move. If you'd like to reverse that direction of the circle, feel free. Doing this until it feels completed, and moving on to bending your knees and placing your feet on the bed. Then maybe lifting your right foot and holding onto your right thigh somewhere and lifting the right foot, pushing that up to the ceiling as you exhale, then gently lower. Then lifting the right foot. We're just stretching the back of the left or the right leg, lowering your right foot, and lifting your right foot, also opening up the knee. Feel free to add a gentle bounce if you'd like to keep your right foot elevated at this point, going a little bit deeper into the back side of the right leg, maybe even pointing and flexing your foot. Feel free to lower whenever you feel like this is complete. And eventually switching to the left leg, lifting your left foot up to the ceiling, pushing through the heel, holding on to the thigh somewhere, lowering your left foot. Inhale, lifting. And maybe matching the breath here with an exhale, lowering your left foot. Then maybe going a little bit deeper into this stretch and perhaps walking your hands up to your knee or your shin and adding that gentle bounce, only if this feels nurturing. Maybe pointing and flexing your toes. And whenever you feel like that is complete, lowering your left foot back to the mat and moving on to a butterfly stretch. So putting the bottoms of your feet together and allowing the knees to splay, and lifting the hands above your head, making big stop signs as we stretch the wrists, pointing the fingertips down, tickling your wrists, or imagine doing so. Continuing with this flipping, flopping of the wrists. And eventually maybe making a fist, so putting the thumb in the palm and wrapping the fingertips around your thumbs and creating circles then maybe. The hands and fingers are so intricately connected to the shoulders, which are connected to the hips and the knees and so forth. Go ahead and start the circle in the other direction if you'd like. So it's important to spend time here. Then maybe giving yourself a big hug. This not only opens up the shoulders, but we can't actually tell the difference between a hug from someone else and ourselves. So it's a brief moment of compassion for yourself, some kindness, open up, and then crisscross the arms the other way, placing the opposite arm on top of the other one. Breathing deeply, maybe telling yourself something really nice about yourself. And whenever this feels complete, maybe drawing the hands up above your head and reaching the feet forward, stretching in opposite directions in a full body stretch, and then release briefly. Slowly making your way up to a seated shape, placing your feet on the floor, and maybe your hands on your knees, and begin some spinal waves. So shining the heart forward, chin upward and out. As you exhale, arch the back, tucking the chin in. Moving gently and slowly, filling the lungs with air as you inhale. And completely compressing that air out of the lungs, getting rid of that stale energy to start the day. Moving forward to stretching the neck, dropping the back of your skull back, and then dropping the chin forward, forehead follows. Trying to let gravity take over here as you draw the back of your skull backwards, and then letting the chin fall forward, forehead follows. And then stretching the sides of the neck, just looking towards your right, taking a deep breath, and exhaling, coming to neutral. And maybe looking towards your left. Perhaps your chin is over your left shoulder, maybe it isn't quite. We're just doing gentle stretches, whatever feels nourishing and makes sense for you at the moment of waking up. Our bodies change throughout the day, so just noticing is a really awesome skill to develop. And lastly, enjoying a few circles with the neck. So just dropping the skull backwards and then allowing your left ear to fall left shoulder, chin to come down, right ear to right shoulder, and the back of the skull. Allow your skull to fall backwards and just rolling the head around, maybe reversing that circle. Really giving our bodies a chance to start with fresh new energy and a little bit of attention to each part. And before moving on with my day, I usually sit in a moment of stillness and try and think of maybe 3 things that I'm grateful for. Hopefully this will help you find a sense of groundedness and centeredness that you can carry throughout your day.